True. I'm gonna check it out.
Sweet life.
Who you got in? Oh, got in the house.
Come on, shout out. Oh, I just found out I'm the only Nigerian on this side.
I was the other guy.
But guess what?
Yeah.
Now I have a full identity.
Toby, come on and draw these girls. I see division between the Ghanaian community. Toby, we are here. Chale, original. Amidi. Nigerian Vokarila.
Yo, welcome back to the Insecure Review. My first time here, but I got the fellas with me. About to review Season 2, Episode 5 of Hella Shook.
Alright, so first question I'm going to ask you guys, fellas. Do you ever think about your parents' love life before you were born?
Oh, snap.
Actually, no, I don't think about my parents' love life.
I prefer not to.
I prefer not to.
When you say love life, do you mean like what they do in these shits? Or do you just mean like their marriage, period?
In general, basically their marriage, similar to Molly's situation.
I mean, applying it to Molly's situation, I mean, I feel like I'm hip. It's not like I think of it, but I know my folks. And my father was a Rolling Stone. So, yeah, like, it's not something that I'm proud of, but it's something that it is what it is. You know, Africans, divorce ain't something they normally do anyway. So, I've just grown to accept my fam for what it is, and I'm doing my thing.
I'm just aware that my parents are together, and they've been together for a while, so I just want to keep it at that. I know that there's food, and there's somebody's paying something to keep the lights and things going. So, yeah, I guess they'll give me advice whenever it's time to get married.
I mean, me personally, I think it's human nature to an extent. I think something that I've said before is that, it's probably ideal for you to look for the qualities in a woman that your mother has, show your father. So, to that extent, I think I do. But to the Molly level, to really feel like I'm really trying to live up to that, or it's a perfect picture, I think that's foolish. I think that's unrealistic in a sense.
She was wilding.
I agree, bro.
No, not really. I think I just like to think about me and my siblings afterwards. But in terms of the perfection that parents have, I think once you get older, you start to think that your parents aren't as perfect as you think they were when they were younger. And when that happens, when you become like a teenager or a young adult, it can be kind of shocking, but it's a part of life, and you just have to realize that not everyone's perfect.
I think growing up in an African household, we're exposed to certain things that probably Black people are exposed to. But like the guy said, I look up to my father to see how he treats my mom, so I would want to find a guy who has similar qualities. But as long as, bills are paid, we have food, everything is good. That's all that matters when it comes to my family and my parents.
So if you found out that your dad had cheated on your mom before in the past, how would you feel?
I'll be hurt.
I'll be hurt because that's somebody that you decided to be with, So, why would you put our mom or your family in that type of situation?
And it brings up the questions of loyalty and fidelity. What does that mean for you in the future when you are trying to get married, or what you expect in a partner? So, it is traumatizing, but you just need to take that time to process what happens and what that means. Have a conversation. Yeah.
I'll be pissed. I'm on my mom's side. I'm a mom's girl. What? Not your daddy's girl.
So if your friends are wrong or clearly doing dirt and are in the wrong, do you ever feel the need to call them out on their BS?
Should I go?
Go.
Well, these guys outside of the podcast, they know who I am as a person, and they can attest that if something is out of pocket, I'm gonna say something. But according to what the guy did, or how the guy did it in Insecure, he's a cornball. Like, I would have glasses.
Thank you.
You don't come talk to me like that. Like, you're not my father. I'm not your son. You don't talk to me like that. Who the hell do you think you are? So, how he went about it was kind of foul, even if it was quote unquote true. You know, yeah, but I'm not for that. You're not gonna talk to me like that. There's no way.
Immediately I saw it, I was like, conversation had by two men, never.
Thank you.
It was not realistic to me.
At all.
Of course, we call each other out. That's what your mans are here for. Like, we straight shooters. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I really respect about these guys. They always tell me when I'm doing something wrong. But it's you got cheated on, and you're basically venting frustrations from that. And your friend to look you in your two eyes and tell you that basically is your fault. Like, where they do that at?
Thank you.
Son, I can't fathom this. I'm kind of flustered right now, actually.
First of all, I want to meet the women that exist that's ever told their homegirl who got dogged by another man that it's your fault. Oh, you gained 50 pounds, so he had the right to go look at other women. No, that guy is so dumb. And first of all, not only that, he's a married man who cheated on his wife, who was in a hotel for 6 months. And you tell me who got cheated on by my girl that, well, it could be your fault. First of all, that's the first flag. You can't be telling me what I'm doing wrong when you out here committing adultery, fam. And you talking about my girl can have I played a role in it. I can't take advice from light-skinned, weak brothers like that. So that's the number one.
Absolutely.
I am the first person to
Absolutely.
tell my friends, call it like it is. If you're mad, oh well.
Yeah.
You'll be my friend tomorrow, but I'm just gonna tell you the truth.
I mean,
That's how it is.
there's a time and place for everything. It's about how you break down that information to them. I'm not going to do it in a public setting where there's
Right.
so many people around. They may not know the situation.
Right.
But if you're really, like, my friend, my sister, I'm pulling you off to the side saying, that's not cool, whatever X, Y, and Z is, and give my 2 cents. And by that time, we already had that relationship where you know if I am doing that, then you know it's something serious. I'm not just trying to, embarrass you or make you feel less than. It's just me as your sister, like, girl, that's just not cool.
So do you think Lawrence was a effed up situation when he just let himself go?
Okay.
When when he had no job?
Yeah.
What were you saying? You're a man. What were you supposed to just sit on the couch and not take care of your girlfriend, your future wife? Like, how can you get so comfortable to the point that you felt like it was okay for you to sit back and let somebody else take care of you?
Yeah, Lawrence got too comfortable. But what's great about Insecure in general is that, there's a situation where it's not black and just white. There's very gray in between. So I can see, it's okay to get comfortable in a relationship, but when you get to the point where your, significant other is suffering because of it, then there needs to be, some course correcting. What are you doing? Like, yeah, you're unemployed and you're collecting unemployment checks, but how are you contributing around the house? It's her birthday. What are you doing to make her feel special? Like, it's not, having money and having a job is very important, but if you're in that point in time where you are a quote-unquote entrepreneur and you're trying to do, apps and all these different things, there's still more that you can bring to the table.
Exactly. And I feel like we can't always blame it on Lawrence, because Issa plays a part in it too, because
Issa trifling.
she let it.
She's trifling. Like, just a little bit. Issa's
Like,
trifling.
she just let it be. How do you let a man get comfortable for 2 years without a job? Like, you can't get upset at him now.
Yeah.
So
All right, so who do you think is more at fault for Molly getting smashed? Her, Dro, or Lionel, the male version of Molly?
I think Dro was a victim. Because Dro, being the kind-hearted gentleman that he is, he saw a woman in distress. He saw her flustered and angered, and he tried to calm her down. He drove her to a hotel, and he was leaving. He said, I will call a lift, right or wrong. And then she pulled him. Now, if that don't seem like victimization, I don't know what is. If a man did that to a woman, if the tables were flipped, we will always, Dro, you did it. So please, just because a woman was being forward, we cannot excuse her thoughty behavior. Molly is a thought. We saw it all over in season 1. She smashed everybody, every episode. And now she's about to go back down that downward spiral because she's hanging with Issa. Issa is in a shower, and that's what happens when you surround yourself with thoughts. Women, my future daughter, if you are watching, don't be like this girl. I blame Molly 100%.
Yo, obviously is Molly. I think that there were very clear undertones last episode, or I think the episode before, that even when they first introduced Dro, that she was already sort of she just has a very incorrect way of formulating what she wants. You know, what looks like a good relationship. Because immediately they introduced Dro, she was not interested in male version of Molly, the cornball dude. He was a really nice guy, actually.
Very nice.
His game just needs some sharpening. You know what I'm saying?
Well dressed.
Very well dressed. So, but basically, she already was saying, I want what they have. I want a guy like Dro, right? So when she saw Dro at the party, I feel like she subconsciously put herself in a predicament a little bit. It was friendly, but Dro didn't grab her and twist her waist around. You know what I'm saying?
She seduced her.
She put it on him. Let's be honest.
Slow motion.
Yeah, so I feel like she kind of subconsciously really wanted it, like, for a while. So
Molly is a witch, and it's 100% her fault. Let me tell you why. When Molly saw light-skinned statue and his wife at the cupcake place, as soon as she left, she called Issa and lusted over the guy. Strike number one. Number two, you saw him at the club. He told you that his relationship was open. You were sad and happy. That's number two.
yes.
Number three, he was outside your house, and then you guys were making jokes about childhood memories. Your boyfriend trying to fake your what's his great value? Lionel tried to speak Spanish, and he was doing horribly. And then you saw how the light skinned guy statue was smiling at you. Your juices began to flow. So that's why you misbehaved at the end of the episode. God will punish you. You slept with a married man. You're an adulterer. You're a fornicator.
I shall
God will not favor you in this time.
Mary Magdalene.
I also want to throw out, I think that Dro might not actually be in an open relationship. I think he might be.
He might be.
I don't know, but we'll see soon.
You think he's a F-boy?
I think that I don't trust Joe.
He's a liar.
I don't know Dro. I don't trust him.
I think Molly is at fault. However, I will say that she did not victimize Dro. She did not, okay, let me start over. With Dro specifically, he was introduced into the whole season by him basically being in an open marriage. If it's true or not, it doesn't matter. That is the truth that he told Molly. He, isn't perfect in this situation, but he was definitely throwing hints. Like, he was saying, I'm in an open marriage. How you doing? I mean, when they were at the party, like, she wasn't dancing by herself. When she did turn around and start dancing on him, he could have left if he really felt that way, but he did not. So, Molly, she definitely pulled him in, but Dro isn't innocent in the situation either.
The way I see it, I think it's Dro's at fault. He knew what he was doing from the start. He saw her, they have history, and he just went with that and ran with it. And Molly was just doing what she felt like doing. Plus, the guy who she came with, what was his name? Lionel. Didn't follow her when she left.
Yeah, no,
so,
I agree with that.
What did you expect her to do?
If Lionel really wanted to be with Molly, he would have left. That whole exchange of who should go,
right.
Like, it shouldn't have happened. If you try to get with Molly, you go after her and she's upset. That's it. But exactly. And of course, there is, there's history there. The families know each other. Like, literally, his parents' house is across the street. I get it. But Lionel, he should have stepped up to the game and he didn't. His fault.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube. You can follow us at Africanist Pod on Instagram and Twitter, and you can email us at africanistpodcast@gmail.com.